Greetings, YouTube. I have this moment of gratitude where, for the first time, maybe ever, I was opening my Cavalier Exploration Tier 5 Catalyst 10% selector. And I got this. I got the ability to form a mutant, which is pretty cool because, well, I am taking a mutant up for Battlegrounds to rank 3. And so I basically get to replace the Tier 5 class Catalyst immediately thanks to this. But as critical as I've been, and I'd like to think rightfully so of Kabam this week, from the Overseer bug that they kind of just wanted to push under the rug to, speaking of Overseer, the let's just patch Mole Man how he said we would right before the auto block fight. Not that this would have really made a huge difference because Mole Man wasn't going to get you the Mystic requirement or, several other requirements for points. Maybe you could have used him, I don't know, to get 1 point, but there are a lot of champions you can use to get 1 point that would have done as much as Mole Man. Anyhow, the conspiracy is the conspiracy. But I was just sitting back thinking, I really want to do a video, and it's my channel, so that's the fun thing about YouTube. Like, you can do a video, and you can put it out, and sometimes I work really hard on a video, and it gets like 300 views, which 300 views is 300 views. It's really hard to get that. But then I put out a video, and I'm like, oh, that's a terrible idea for a video. Like the video where I was just like, what the heck is this profile pic with the Thanos kitten? This is so random, kind of cool, but also, do people even care about profile pics? And it got like way more views than any 6-star crystal opening. And it's like, YouTube is so random and fascinating. That's why I also tell people, even if you get 50 million views and 60,000 subscribers, like, doesn't mean you're gonna make any money off of videos, and doesn't mean YouTube can't change the algorithm or change the revenue rates. I would never want to do this as the only source of income. I mean, if I had to, I would have no choice. But do it for fun, do it for the community. Don't do it for clicks, don't do it for revenue, and you'll be a lot happier. So with that being said, I felt this overwhelming sense of gratitude. Not just because we were going to confirm this final catalyst. Boom. You can see what's weird is that it didn't form the catalyst. I mean, it literally formed the catalyst, but not in front. It's one of those rare catalyst items. I felt this overwhelming sense of gratitude because when I explored the Cavalier event quest, and there's 18 days left, and boom, you can see the green check mark. I still hated the gore fight. I got smart after barely completing it with parry heavy a bunch with Captain America Infinity War. I think I still used 1 revive. I brought in Void. Shout out to my man Danger Darren for the suggestion. And also Null. And between the two, they did the trick. But these are rank 3 6-stars. And a lot of people who are doing the Cavalier event quest don't have rank 3 6-stars. So I am bluntly a little terrified. I'll probably just ban him every time to face Gore in Battlegrounds. And I'm so thankful I don't do Alliance War because, of course, I wouldn't be able to, back out of a Gore fight, I guess. But I explored it, and I ended up in that exploration getting the ore I needed, and I find it fascinating that they don't show the ore in any of this. The ore I needed to get over 1 million ore. And so if you go to my Valkyrie, you'll see that, most of the store is purchased. I'll still got some 5-star 6-stone crystals I need to purchase. Since I'm going to save the gold for last. And some, more gold and some 4-star 6-stone crystals and some tier 2, blah, 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 blah. But I have spent over 1 million. And you know that because when I go to my side quest, I have 1 new star ore deposit, and it's these 5, which I'm going to claim now. The only thing about this side quest that I think is not Hall of Fame in the side quest worthy, because by the way, my favorite side quest of all time was the Mutant Treasure Island, for those of you that remember, last year. But the only thing that was not really worth it was the actual fight of the Valkyrie itself. I mean, I ramp up Hercules to 12 feats by the end. And that does the trick. But he's rank 4, Sig 200. And a lot of you have told me that with your roster, the fights in this are just not worth it. And I cannot blame you one bit for feeling that way. What I think is strange about it is you only get 5,000 something, at least on Legendary, or per day, which is not a lot at all. It does add up, but for the amount of work involved and how long the fights are and how long the paths are, I've known several people who have just quit and not gone back. But you do get a crazy amount of ore just for exploring the event quest and not even doing the side quest. And I think that is brilliant. This pattern of side quests needs to repeat. I'm not saying, because it's definitely not realistic. I mean, imagine something like Rifts, right? I'm not saying this has to appear every month side quest or every other month side quest. Maybe 1 or 2 times a year where you get rewarded for doing the event quest, which of course you're probably already going to do anyway, but maybe you won't explore it. So now you will for the ore. And then on top of that, you get to choose what items you want in the store, even though we were really blessed if you were at a certain progression level to get all of the items in the store this month, which is not normal. So that was fan-freaking-tastic, as I like to say. And then on top of that, you go from spending items in the store and getting, legitimate items, 6-star shards. Most importantly, for the sake of the top progression levels, of course, the tier 6 basic, the tier 3 alpha. I still wish the 6-star 6 stones would be stones and not class-based. That's my only critique. But Kabam is just committed to not giving us generic 6-star 6 stones ever, unless you're doing Battlegrounds. Or spending cash, of course, for units. But outside of that, you get the items, and then you get bonus items for spending the ore to get the items. It's like itemception. And even though I was a little disappointed that the 5-star 6 stones, you go from maxed out 3-star item here and a maxed out 4-star item here to 5 6 stones for 5 stars. Like, that seems pretty questionable. They're still just bonus items for already spending items to get items. That's a lot of items. Don't take a shot every time I say the word items. You'll be at the ER by the end of this video. Unless it's a shot of water. Shout out for hydration, right? I think we got to recognize Kabam on this one. This is so much better of an event and so much clearer and more obvious and easier to understand than the summer camp. And I think that's kind of ironic, but if you had to choose between whether or not this thing was behind a paywall or the summer camp, I'd like to think that you'd want to keep this event for all players, especially free-to-play players. Because this is how free-to-play players get everything from Tier 6 Basic and Tier 3 Alpha to a very small amount of 6-star 6 stones, but 6-star shards and rank-up materials, etc. And so Kabam, I don't want to make this video 10 minutes long, but I think that we should all be very thankful for this event. And there are a lot of problems in the game, and I'm not trying to say that and then have people say, well, Prof, you're just a lackey for Kabam and you're not being critical. No, I'm quite critical a lot, but I also like to give credit where credit's due. And I know that the people who say that I just get clicks on YouTube because I hate a game don't watch videos like this because it takes away their cognitive dissonance and threatens it. But those of you who watch my channel every day know I love to give Kabam credit when they deserve it. And this is one of the side quest Hall of Fame candidates, and I'm very proud to say that, and I stand by my logic. Thanks for watching. Have a great one.